Hey everybody, it's Taylor with Boydston Grove, and today we're gonna make this really cool bat cave house. Really cool bat house. Let's get into it. Now the reason I wanted to build a bat house is because it's a fun project that you can do over the weekend, and it's something a little different than the standard birdhouse or what have you. Now a lot of you are probably wondering, why in the world would you want to invite bats into your property? Well, the fact of the matter is, a lot of these smaller bats feed on insects. So it helps keep down the population of mosquitoes and gnats and unwanted pests on the property. Now I got a set of plans offline for this, but I'm not going to follow them exactly. I'm going to kind of make it my own size. Also, most of these plans are double or triple layered on the inside for multiple layers for the bats to cling onto. I'm not going to add any layers. I'm just going to make my bat house a little thinner with just one layer. This bat house is going to take 7 pieces of wood, all of which I'm going to pull from my scrap pile. I'm going to be using all 1/2-inch plywood scraps for this build. Now typically you would want to put some kind of mesh on the inside of your bat house for the bats to cling to. But I don't have any mesh, and I really want to stick to just using what I have in my shop. So instead, I'm going to cut dados all the way down the back of this bat house for them to cling onto. Cutting and prepping all the pieces for this project took about 15 to 20 minutes, which really goes to show you how far a set of plans can take you. When you go into a project prepared, you can get through the project a lot quicker. For assembly, I'm using Titebond 3 because it is waterproof, and I'm also using some brad nails so that the assembly will go a little bit quicker. Now, one thing you have to be wary about when you're building a bat house is that sometimes other creatures try to get up in the bat house, so you want to make the slot on the bottom where the bats go in just big enough for the bats. So I am cutting an extra piece of wood to go and connect to the front panel of my bat house that will close that gap a little bit off, so it'll be just big enough for the bats. Cutting out this symbol took a little bit of time because I'm using 1/2-inch plywood. It's a little slower going on a scroll saw, but all in all, a scroll saw is a great tool to have in your shop. It is not very expensive and it is very versatile. You can use it on a lot of different projects, and it actually goes pretty quickly if you're using thinner materials. Now that our project is assembled, it's time for some paint, and we're going to start with a coat of primer. Now a little tip for all you DIYers out there, make sure that every time you go to the hardware store, you're checking the oops shelf of the paint section. You can get these little jars of paint for 50 cents and they'll go a long way on your projects. Plus the paint tends to be a little bit more durable than typical craft paint, so it works really well on outdoor projects. and there you have it. Our Bad House project is completed, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I'm glad I went with the superhero aesthetic. It just adds a lot of fun to it. Altogether, it took about 20 minutes to cut and assemble all the pieces, and then whatever time it took to paint it, depending on how you paint or decorate yours. All in all, is a really quick project that you can do over a weekend and a lot of fun. Now all we have to do is wait and see if we get any visitors in here. If you enjoyed this project, make sure to like it. If you want to see all our other projects, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And we would love to hear what you thought of this project in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Be safe and have a great day.